Peace, family. Sister Victoria X here. And I am running a little bit late for our morning reading. And I do apologize for that. But we are here. And I don't know why all of a sudden these people want to do whatever it is that they're doing outside of this window. But that's what's going on right now. Um, Give me a second. And I will probably go close my window. I'm just sending out a quick text. So go ahead and share this out and tag some friends in the comment because we're going to, inshallah, peace, Sister Emily. We are going to get through the last part of this chapter, and it's a few pages. So I want to try to get through the last part of this chapter so that we can move forward and get into the next chapter. So just give me one quick moment. I'm going to go close my window. And we are back. I just had to go ahead and take that quick little moment so that I can close the window because I don't know why that tractor out there being all up in our business. Okay, so if you like to get notified when I go live, go ahead and text Healthy Hugh all caps no space to 77948. And of course, we are back in the book, The Law of Recognition by Mike Murdock, discovering the gifts, opportunities, and relationships that God has already placed in your life. So let's get started. We are on part 3 of chapter 19, recognition of the enemy God will use to promote you. Okay, so this is part of the 92 facts you should know about your enemies. 60, your enemy is a door, not a wall, to your next season. It happened to Esther. It happened for Daniel. It happened for Job. The Lord gave Job twice as much as he had before. Job 42:10. 61, the only true difference between a nobody and a somebody is the enemy they decide to conquer. David went from a nobody to a somebody through Goliath. And it came to pass as they came, when David was returned from the slaughter of Philistine, that the women came out of all cities of Israel, singing and dancing to meet King Saul with tabrets, with joy, and with instruments of music. And the women answered one another as they played and said, Saul hath slain his thousands, and David his 10,000. 1 Samuel 18:6-7. "62. Your enemy is the difference between obscurity and significance. Heavyweight champions have gone from unknown to world champions in a single night. When Evander Holyfield sees Mike Tyson walk through the door, he doesn't grab his ear. He grabs his checkbook. No friend of Evander Holyfield has ever given him $22 million. It took an enemy. It happened to David. See 1 Samuel 18-6-7. From Bronco riders desire a mean bull so the judges can accurately assess their skills. 63. The skill of your enemy will determine the size of your rewards. And there went out a champion out of the camp of Philistines, named Goliath of Gath, whose height was 6 cubits and a span. And he had a helmet of brass upon his head, and he was armed with a coat of mail, and the weight of the coat was 5,000 shekels of brass. And he had greaves of brass upon his legs, and a target of brass between his shoulders. And the staff of his spear was like a weaver's beam, and his spear's head weighed 600 shekels of iron. And one bearing a shield went before him, and the men of Israel said, Have ye seen this man that has come up? Surely to defy Israel is he come up, and it shall be that the man who killeth him, the king will enrich him with great riches, and will give him his daughter, and make his father's house free in Israel. 1 Samuel 17, 4 through 7 and 25. 64. Your enemy forces any Judas in your life to reveal himself. Judas is not your enemy. Everybody has a Judas, even Judaists, even Judases. Judases are intimidated by you. They work undercover. They betray you behind your back. A Judas is weak, spineless, and intimidated. It is possible to live around Judases for years and never discern it. They will not confront you. They attempt to weaken your influence with others through their words, their actions, and conduct. A Judas resents the love and loyalty expressed by others towards you. A Judas is someone who believes your enemy has a right to be heard. A Judas plays both parts in your presence, a friend. In their presence, a friend. When your enemy enters, he will bond with the Judases in your circle of confidants. Your Judas will be exposed quickly when an enemy links with him. Do not fear when Judas is revealed. You are only 3 days from the resurrection of your whole life and future. 64. Anything good always has an enemy. Evil despises righteousness. Fear despises faith. Weakness despises strength. Jesus was the very Son of God, yet the religious crowd despised him. 66. You will only be remembered for the enemy you destroy or the one who destroys you. Samson is remembered because Delilah deceived him. David is remembered for the Goliath he killed. Your enemy cannot abort your future. He is merely the announcement that your future is being born. When Goliath roared, David was receiving the announcement that his shepherd days were concluding. Kingship was being born. 68. Your enemy is as necessary as your friend. Your friend gives you comfort, but your enemy gives you a future. 69. Your enemy is your opportunity to reveal your difference from others. The brothers of David were angry, fearful, and intimidated. Nobody would have discerned the difference in David without Goliath. Your enemy is an opportunity to reveal what you truly believe. 70. When you discover your assignment, you will discover your enemy. Demonic warfare is a clue that Satan has discovered the intentions of God towards you. Demons are not omnipresent. They cannot be everywhere simultaneously. They receive geographical assignments. This is apparent when the angel answering the prayers of Daniel mentions the warfare and the attempted interceptions of the message. He indicated that God had heard Daniel when he prayed. He was released and dispatched from heaven, but it took him 21 days to arrive. Then said he unto me, Fear not, Daniel. For from the first day that thou didst set thine heart to understand and to chasten thyself before thy God, thy words were heard, and I am come from thy words. But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days. Below Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me, and I remained there with the kings of Persia. Daniel 10, 12 through 13. Where do we assign a security guard? 50 miles from a bank vault? Of course not. He is assigned where the treasure is located. So when you feel demonic activity around you, get excited. Satan is anticipating a miracle package arriving at your house. Warfare is his attempt to break your focus and abort your interest in the miracle. 71. The favorite entry point used by your enemy will usually be through someone you have chosen to trust. Your future depends on the weakness of the person you trust. Everybody trusts somebody, and that person you are trusting is usually trusting someone you would not dream of trusting. Adam trusted Eve, who opened the door to the serpent. Samson trusted Delilah. Your enemy will always use someone you have chosen to trust. 72. The enemy you fail to destroy will eventually destroy you. The prophet Samuel instructed Saul to kill the Amalekites utterly. He refused. He left King Agi alive with the best of the sheep and so forth. So at Saul's death, the man who accepted the credit for finishing the suicidal attempt of Saul cried, I am an Amalekite. See 2 Samuel 1, 8 through 10. What you refuse to conquer will eventually conquer you. 73. You will never outgrow your enemy. You must simply learn to fight. Many youth think that someday they will simply outgrow their desire to sin. Yet the desire to sin is forever available. You must simply fight back. 74. Struggle is the proof that you have not yet been conquered by your enemy. You may be tired of fighting. Battle may weary you, but struggle is still the proof that your enemy has not yet won. 75. Your enemy must be destroyed, not understood. Conversation is often the door to annihilation. It happened in the Garden of Eden. Satan moved Eve to the negotiation table to prepare them for an alienation. Negotiate with friends, but destroy your enemy. Okay, you guys. So we're going to stop right there because my husband has to work. So we're going to stop for now. And this is going to be part 3. And we're going to finish up part 4 a little bit later. And then we'll do the commentary for part 3 as a part of part 4. So go ahead and share this out. Leave your comments in the comment. Tag your friends. And if you'd like to get notified when I go live and start reading and talking about both parts 3 and parts 4, please do so. Please text Healthy Hue, all caps, no space, to 77948. And I will speak with you all later. Peace.